Welcome to this video all about motivation. Not just motivation to do exercise, not just motivation to stick with your lifestyle and your weight loss journey, but motivation for the whole journey itself. If you're anything like me, you've got more than a few pounds to lose, and it's really important that you stay motivated as much as possible through this, both in the good bits and the not so good bits. So this video is all about motivation. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health, your fitness and your overall wellness, or if you're just interested in learning more about fitness and nutrition, start now by hitting the subscription button and notification bell so you don't miss any videos going forward. And now, without further ado, let's jump right in. So I wanted to talk today about motivation to lose weight on your weight loss journey. Now, if you're only losing a few pounds, 2 or 3, 10 pounds, you're probably not going to be struggling the same way as somebody who's got to lose 100 pounds still, and is going to be probably at this for years to come. But one of the things that is really important is that this is all about how you keep going down that journey. That journey is probably going to be a long one. That journey is probably going to have its high moments and its low moments. And it's about weathering the low moments and keeping on going so that you get to the destination you're looking for. It is not about every minute of the day, every hour of the day. It is about how to keep motivated for the weeks and months to come. Because that, if you've got a lot of weight to lose, is how you're going to win the race in the end and get to a place where you are happier with yourself, you are fitter in yourself, and you are much more motivated to keep on going as you go along. So this video is not aimed at people who have got 5-10 pounds to lose to fit into a dress for a wedding. This is at the people like me that have got a long way to go and are really serious about getting there. I've broken it up into a few different bits and we're going to talk through those as we go along. So let's first of all talk about exercise in terms of staying motivated, getting and staying motivated when it comes to exercise. There are lots of things that we get told from day in, day out, do more, do less, do more of this, do more of that. There's so much information out there. You will find something that works for you. But even when you've found something that works for you, how do you keep it going for the long term? No easy answer, but there are lots of things you can do to actually make it more interesting. Try and do it with others. Actually go for a walk with others. Go to the gym with others. Do exercises where you are with people that you actually want to be with so that you can actually do it as a group. You can have a laugh and a joke, what was easy for you, what was hard for you. You can talk through it. And it is one of those things that doing things, even if it's just two of you, it gives you somebody to kind of bounce off in terms of how you're doing. When somebody's got a high moment, they'll carry you. When you've got a high moment, you'll carry them. And it's one of those things that kind of camaraderie helps so much when you're doing exercise. When you're doing exercise on your own, it's very easy to think you've failed at something and then get annoyed and pissed off, and actually then you start failing at it even though you didn't before, and it's just this horrible negative cycle. I think we've all been there. So bounce off other people. Have somebody hopefully you can actually share your exercise with, whether it's going for a walk or going to the gym. It doesn't really matter. The fact is you're doing more today than you were doing yesterday, and that is where this journey is going and the lifestyle changes you need to make. And it's about taking those small steps and setting yourself up to succeed along the way, because that will keep you really motivated to keep going. That you've walked further, you've walked faster, you've gone for a run, you've gone to the gym. You might only have done 15 minutes in the gym, but you've done 15 minutes, and next month it might be half an hour. Whatever it is, doing it with somebody else will help encourage you when you're having those doubting moments, which can scupper you on a longer journey. In terms of, sorry, I'm just thinking back to the gym I was at last week. And it's one of those things that I was there, had a PT, so a personal trainer, and I am literally a sweaty mess on the floor, having just done badly a second plank. But it's having that person there who I know it's their job, but having that other person there who is encouraging you to do more, to do a little bit better, to put a little bit more effort in. And it is one of those things that find that person, whether it's a personal trainer, whether it is a friend, a colleague, a family member, whatever it is, find those ways to get that support group, preferably doing what you're doing, no matter what it is, from yoga to pressing iron in a gym, whatever it is, find that group. The other key there to motivation is find exercises that you enjoy doing. I've said this often, in terms of my exercise. I absolutely hate bikes. My father put me off bikes for life in the Lake District in the UK, when I was, 10, 11. I have never liked bikes since. Just to paint a little picture for you, it was a mountain bike up a very steep thing, across, swampy, marshy, land, mud, bugs and everything else. Put me off it for life. I can cycle, I just really don't want to. So why would I pick that as an exercise for me to do? The answer is I don't. I avoid it. I know that it won't keep me motivated. If my personal trainer said, cycle for 10 minutes, I would, but I wouldn't enjoy it. But I love rowing. Rowing, I actually really enjoy. I can sit down and row for quite a while, not for massively long compared to somebody who's actually very good at it, but I can row for quite a while and I'm happy doing it. I enjoy the movements, I enjoy it, and you kind of zone out. And that is part of that staying motivated. Find those exercises that you like. There are some you can't get out of. There are some that you just need to do, whether it's body weight squats or whatever it is. There are certain exercises that you really need to do to help certain muscle groups. But there's a lot of things out there that you have choice between 2 or 3 different things that will get you there. One you might enjoy, one you might hate. Avoid the one you hate and stay with the one you enjoy. It will help you stay so motivated. It might sound obvious, but at first I thought, you need to ride a bike to get fit. No, you don't. You need to do what is right for you to keep you motivated on your journey through this weight loss. Okay, the next one up is food. Now let's be honest, you don't get to the size I am without being motivated by food. Food is one of those things that gives me a really good feeling when I'm having something I enjoy, and that kind of almost depression when I'm eating chicken and broccoli. It is one of those things that it's probably 80% of this weight loss journey is diet. If you're not in a calorie deficit going forward, then you're setting yourself up to fail. There's been lots of studies done in terms of people, gaining and losing muscle mass, gaining and losing weight, and how many calories over and under they are with their calorie maintenance levels. And it is one of those things, the simple fact is that if you are more, for most of us, if you are eating more than your maintenance calories, you will put on weight. And if you're eating less than your maintenance calories, you will lose weight. There are various hormone things that we've talked about in the past that can affect that. There are different medical disorders that can affect that. But for 99% of us, the simple fact is, if you're in a calorie deficit for a steady, long period of time, you will lose weight. But sometimes it gets quite hard to stay motivated on it. I've recently changed my diet and added more fat and more protein in and cut down on my carbs further. I'm still not doing keto or anything else, but I've dropped my carbs lower. And the simple fact is that on some days previously, I did struggle a little bit. I did struggle to actually have the food, be interested in food, which for me is a shock because I am a food lover. But changing my diet slightly and having a little bit more fat and a little bit more protein and a little bit less carbohydrates meant the volume I was eating is reduced a little bit, which I thought would be an issue at first. But actually, I've had less temptation to snack and break my diet over the past week or two than I have in a long time. So making those little changes to your diet can actually make a really big impact on how motivated you are to stay with it. And another thing I talked about previously in another video is that there are no such things as bad food. If the moment you say, I cannot have a pizza, all I can think about from that point forward is how much I want a pizza, because I've been told I can't have it. So this whole idea of, some foods you shouldn't eat and are bad. The main thing for me here is it's in moderation. Should I go and order 4 Domino's pizzas and eat them over an entire weekend? No, because I'm actually going to be ruining it for myself. Can I make my own, or perhaps go and get a fresh one from a supermarket, and have a small pizza for dinner one night? Yes. There is nothing wrong with having a little bit of the things you like and enjoy. It is one of those things that it will help you stay motivated on your weight loss journey if you know that from time to time you can have that little bit of treat. You probably will end up doing what I do, which is every payday we get a Chinese. Right? Rather than ordering it once a week or once every couple of weeks and scoffing it down, like I used to, it is now on a payday, once a month, we order a Chinese, a payday Chinese. And for that Chinese, I have found myself ordering healthier options over the years, because it's not a thing I'm never going to have. It's not that meal that I'm not going to be eating for months. It is just limited, but it allows me to have once a month a little bit of a treat, and I have my payday Chinese. And I love it. But I only thought about this a few weeks ago when I was thinking about this video. And it's a case of, I've noticed that I'm no longer ordering the Hong Kong style sweet and sour chicken with all the sugar that's buried in there. I'm going for a black bean sauce or a Kung Pao sauce that is healthier. I'm getting boiled rice instead of special fried rice. I'm not ordering as many other things to go with it. And that's all because I'm staying motivated, because it's not a banned food. It's not something I'll never have again. I'm not going to be eating chicken and broccoli for the rest of my life, but it is one of those things that, because it's not banned and because it's a treat, if I've done well, that's what I'm having on payday, it becomes easier. And it's finding those little things, how to get a little bit of what you really like and enjoy without throwing your weight loss journey out the window. Because if you can find those little things, it will help you so much stay motivated on your journey, which is what it's all about if you're watching this video. Okay, the last one for today is, for me, all about events. We all have events in our life that we need to participate in. A wedding, funeral, parties, birthdays, New Year's, Christmases, whatever your celebrations are, there are always going to be occasions in the year that there is an event that you need to go to. For a while, that really filled me with dread. It was one of those things where I'm either going to go and break every diet and just regret it for days, or I'm not going to go and then regret it for days because I didn't go to my friend's birthday or whatever it was. And there's only so many times you can use the excuse of, I'm working. So sorry to my friends out there that there's a period of time where I was working a lot whenever you had an event. Sorry, it wasn't, I didn't want to be there. It was that I was too scared to go because I knew I'd go off the rails, and that would set me back weeks and pounds, if not lots of pounds, because I'd go on a bit of a binge because I was eating and drinking and all those things. But events, they're really, for me, difficult. You want to be there, but you also don't want to set back your journey. So here's a few things that might help you stay motivated when you're at those events. Treat them as an event, as something that doesn't happen very often. You're not breaking your new lifestyle, you're just helping celebrate somebody else's. Limit your exposure to them in terms of what you're planning on doing. I'll use an example. I'm going to a wedding soon. Okay, it's a friend's wedding. I'm going to be there all day. We've got the actual service, we've got some drinks, we've got a meal, and I don't know whether we're allowed dancing at the minute or not, but anyway, there'll be some people dancing. I say some people because probably won't be me unless my wife guilts me into a dance. But going to this event, when I was looking at the dinner options, I chose options that I would like, but were also slightly healthier. So, no sticky toffee pudding for me in my future. I will also, 1, moderate, and 2, choose carefully what I'm drinking. Am I going to drink a copious amount of wine that I don't particularly like with all the calories that are in it? Or am I going to pick a few drinks that I will actually enjoy, that are a treat for me, that are helping me stay motivated, but are not adding in lots and lots of calories? So will I be drinking lots of beer? Probably not. I may well have a beer and then I'll move on to something with less calories that I still enjoy. My guilty pleasure is Jack Daniels, so that's a safe one for me. But it's all about keeping motivated by picking things that you will enjoy, because that's important, but also things that are not going to throw you off the deep end. Do you have any triggers that will set you off? So for example, if I had that sticky toffee pudding, it's going to give me a sweet craving for probably days. And I know that's psychological. There's no physiological reason that I'll get a sugar craving. But once I have some sort of sugary thing, a few hours later, the next day, I have a craving, and then it becomes hard to defeat it. And then I might be on shaky ground in terms of my motivation to keep on going. So set yourself up to succeed. Have a look at the menu. Have a look at the things you can do to actually make that a little bit more pleasurable for you, help you stay motivated, and treat those events as a treat. It's not a break in your journey. It is not something that is going to throw you off unless you let it. So look at those events as motivation to keep going. Sometimes having lost enough weight, it becomes problematic with how baggy your clothes are getting. And I suspect my wife is probably going to have a go at me for how baggy my shirts will be, because I've lost a bit of weight since the last time I wore it. But some things in life are worth a little bit of grief over, and losing weight to get a little bit of grief from your missus, I can live with that one. It helps me stay motivated. But it is one of those things. Find those little things that turn an event that fills you with dread that you're going to go off the rails into a treat by just being prepared before you go to the event. Now, in terms of staying motivated, those are, for me, some of the key bits in terms of staying motivated on your weight loss journey, not for the week or the month, but for the years to come. It is one of those things that find those little wins, find those little things that help you keep going with your journey. Remember, this is a lifestyle change, not just a week or two's worth of diet. If you're only doing a week or two's worth of diet to hit your target weight, then either you've done a spectacular journey to get there and well done, or you haven't got that big a journey to go in the first place. Not that I'm belittling that, because people do struggle to lose a few pounds here and there. But for us bigger people who have come a long way, or have got a long way still to go, I'm both, then it is all about setting yourself up to win for the long term, not just for the week. It's about the months and years. So look at your exercise and look at the ways you can make it as fun as you can. You're still going to be a sweaty mess. Accept it. But try and make that sweaty mess as fun as you can by doing it with other people, finding exercises that are fun for you to do. When it comes to your food, don't rule anything out. Don't ban it. Right? Don't say, I'm not doing that ever again. I'm not eating that ever again. Because as soon as you say that to yourself, you're going to have a craving, and you might survive that craving for 6 months, but you will give in the end. So don't do it. Don't have anything banned. Nothing's verboten. Okay? Nothing is absolutely you can't have it. What it changes to is you can have it in moderation and occasionally, rather than takeaways 3 times a week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, if you have, please do leave a comment and please do hit the subscribe button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, get this video out there. And as always, I will see you in the next video.